Alright, everyone, we are back with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, your chief host of the show, and joining me is none other than my co host, Avira.
Oh, whoa! Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you are having a fantabulous night wherever you are in the world. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to a fantastic episode, as per the usual.
As we always do, man. As we always do.
Yeah.
Next on the show, we have Noble.
Don't, whatever you do, search that stupid wolf on E621. I need bleach for my brain.
I don't know, man. I think it's a bit like, that's a bit wishful thinking at this point. Just saying.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in a sec. And finally, rounding out this panel, we have No Dragons, please.
Hey, I found out the other day I was colorblind, by the way. It came right out of the purple.
What color am I?
No, bro, he said it came right out of the purple instead of like right out of the blue. Ah, nice.
Nice.
Bro, like, are you legit colorblind? Like, can you not tell that Jolt is obviously red?
Oh, he is?
He is, right?
Oh, man. Dang.
Sorry, I feel bad that I've lied to you for all these years that you've known me. But it's the truth. I'm actually red, not purple.
Oh no!
But it does remind me, though, we do have a colorblind person in our audience, so don't feel bad about this discovery. It's just something you're going to have to learn with. Inu, good to have you, listening in with us. Merry Christmas. It's that time of the year, and then we're fast approaching it.
Hey, Inu, great to see you. God
It's
bless
next-
and Merry Christmas.
Gosh, it's next week. That's insane.
I know, where has time gone, right?
Dude, this year went by so quickly, and it's crazy because, like, I'm sure everyone who experienced 2020 realized, like, that year was really, every day seemed like it lasted a freaking week. It was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But 2021 kind of actually did go pretty quickly. Like, it's already Christmas, almost.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And, it was, yes, it had its down moments, it has its ups moments, and, there were moments that 2021 was going to feel like a drag because remember, I was basically stuck, for the mid half of, the third quarter of the year
Yeah.
with, all this stuff on lockdown
Even
bullshit.
like when it came to 2021, there were still a lot of conventions out there that were still either closed or they were doing like online things. But we did get to go to Denver
That's
in
right.
2021, which was really cool. Me, Foxler, a
The
bunch of
boys,
Raiders. We had a
boys.
blast, man. It was great.
Oh yeah, the Sheraton basically now knows we were there.
Oh, they love us. Are
we
you kidding me?
yeah.
Oh my goodness. He's like a titanium elite member. It's incredible. But yeah, that was I'm almost I think that was the only con that I went to in 2021.
No, but
I
it was
think.
worth it though.
Oh, it
because
was
even
incredible,
then,
yeah.
cons happened, and it was just a treat to see them back for a little bit. Now, granted,
Yeah.
I did not go to any fur cons, but I did go to one of those Comic Cons wearing, the big, well, what do you call it, red/purple thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got to go to the Fan Expo, which was fun.
Oh, you did. Hey, you actually did that relatively recently. I think we talked about that a couple of weeks ago, like on the show, right?
Yeah, we did. It was
Yeah,
did I do? It was
that's
like October.
amazing.
Yeah, actually, it was October because it was Halloween weekend.
Yeah, that's great.
No, like now I guess what can we expect from from the convention scenes next year? Assuming, of course, 100% optimism and our government side basically not utter shitheads. Cons should continue just fine, right?
Hmm.
Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what final boss Omicron has to say. I guess.
Yeah, yeah, right. Omicron, the final boss. Yeah, I thought Delta was a cool name, but
You
nah,
know
they had
what?
to go full like freaking theme song, be like Omicron,
Uh,
the final boss.
is it? It's either Roman or Latin they're using for the
I don't
variant
No,
know.
names.
Greek.
it's the Greek letters. They're using the Greek letters for it.
There you go.
Except they skipped from like Delta, which is like I think it's the third. No, yeah,
Alpha, beta, gamma, delta.
yeah. So it's the fourth, and then they jumped to the 16th.
Yeah, they went from epsilon,
Oh,
blah 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 blah.
why wasn't there like a gamma ray burst of Corona Chan? That would have been kind of cool.
Because it would have made everyone angry, and you wouldn't like us when we're angry. All right.
Okay, Bruce.
Yeah, but you know what though? I just want to keep saying, when everyone was going to be over now, Kung Flu just reared its head and said, "This isn't even my final form." Is it? Yeah, I know. It just
Right.
feels like that, doesn't it? It's like,
Well, that's unfortunately like what we're dealing with right
mm-hmm.
now. But overall, it does seem to be pretty damn safe just to go back to FurCons and just have a good time. Like we can be careful, of course. I mean, no one wants to get con crud, and that's pretty much all this really equates to. I think we'll be fine.
Too bad there's no vaccine or whatever for Concrad.
Yes, there is. Decontamination suit when you interact with anyone.
Not that you need it. Rather get that instead of, Verona. But oh well. So, in the spirit of, finally saying goodbye to 2021, what are you guys' hopes and expectations for 2022?
Well, I don't know about any of you guys, but I've got to put my head down and work in a little sweatshop.
Oh wow. Well, for 2022, I want to work on like some personal goals. I really want to get back into drawing and painting. I used to be a really good painter. Like I like watercolors, acrylic, all that stuff. But the last couple years, I haven't really worked on it. So hopefully, this year, if I have like some off time from work and stuff, like some free time or whatever, I really want to get back into doing that. So that's like my hopes for 2021, that I can really develop myself a little bit better. Yeah, personal goals and stuff.
I just want the economy to stop failing so that my portfolio doesn't look so sad anymore.
Yeah, well, don't vote Democrat. Why do you think it's failing? Come on now. Biden, he has no clue.
Also, I guess, personal wise, I released my channel update, my annual update, early this year. This was like before Avira asked me to be on the show, of course. But I might be starting my own like personal podcast and like trying to get back into playing some music and maybe starting my own music again.
Absolutely. I did see your channel update. By the way, guys, this is No Dragons Please. He's a incredible YouTuber.
Is you
and
kind.
and he's looking into probably getting back into like making original music. So guys, be on the lookout for that. Follow him on YouTube. It's freaking cool.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of practice that has to go back into it. I mean, I've been out of doing music for like 8+ years, so it'll
Dude, I
definitely be a
haven't
process to
painted
get
in
back
a
into it.
while. Like, it's fine. I get it. You'll be all right. You
Hmm.
got that inherent talent. You're gonna be freaking cool, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know you guys will get back into the swing of things for sure. For sure. So yeah, you know what? Just get back onto, get back on the, and and your life's gonna be better. So,
I feel like Jolt, did you tell us what you're looking forward to?
well, I haven't told you what I was looking forward to. I think I'm just looking forward to getting back onto, to recovering my adventurous spirit once more. I have not suited for like the longest time. I have not, you know, yeah, I've not been out, being out there in the wild. I think what I'm really looking for, I guess, is just, I guess I'm just looking for, more. I guess I'm just looking for fulfillment. Is what it is. Don't know what that's gonna look like, but but whatever life takes me is just something I've just got to go for.
Yeah, I do get to take a weekend trip to Hawaii, which will be fun.
Whoa, cool.
Well,
Yeah.
for work, of course. But
Are you going
Yeah,
to go
but you
visit
also
someone
get to go to
special?
Hawaii. I mean, that's cool.
yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know how full the CEO is going to pack all of our schedules. But if there is free time, I know there is a certain furry raider that's in Hawaii that I could pay a visit to.
Huh?
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Mr.
guess we'll
Mighty.
see about that. I guess we'll see about that. That's gonna be really, dude. Can you imagine like freaking walking up to a volcano with like lava flowing, like like right under your feet? Like, oh my goodness, that's gonna be freaking wild. I would love to go to Hawaii and just like experience that craziness. Like going up some mountain or whatever.
Yeah, we'll
Hmm.
see. Like I said, I don't know how full the CEO is going to have our schedules packed, but
Yeah. Of
hopefully
course,
there'll be
of
some
course.
free time.
All right, cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right. So speaking of how this, what we're gonna do next for the show, it's been quite an interesting year for the show, hasn't it? Though, we've had quite a foray of special guests.
Mm-hmm.
We started off with, NIIC, then we had Peace. God bless her.
Oh yeah. This
And
this year has been really incredible when it comes to promoting furries that have some really unique content.
mm,
People who have really dedicated themselves to expressing themselves in the way they want to, which it's incredible. Hell, Nice, the singing dog. Oh my goodness, he's made some incredible music. And yeah, of course, Peace Wolf. I mean, my goodness, she's like a fursuit creator extraordinaire. Oh my goodness.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and in between, there's always the interesting thing, and we've had slows, we've had fuck quicks, all that's everything
Hmm.
in the cycle in between, and we had bells for a time, and
It
I
really
just
has
want to
been,
say
yeah.
we wanted to, we've wrapped up the 2021 season. That there will be no more bells.
Well, we have definitely featured many people on this show. YouTubers, celebrities, singers, artists. I mean,
Professional
everything.
shit
Gamers,
kickers.
you name it. Yeah, it really has been a wild ride, even in 2021. After the pandemic, it was kind of hard to like get things organized because like there was still a lot of stuff that was very like closed down and stuff like that. But I feel like we really have made the best of it. You know, we've had fun. We've made new friends. We've built up our community, which I'm very proud of. And hell, we even went to Denver, like in this year in 2021. Like, oh my goodness, man, that was so cool. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. That's it. So, more or less, what can we look for in 2022? More of this nightmare fuel. Another new COVID basically tearing shit up again.
well, I would
More
say what
fun
we look
meets.
forward to 2022 is Jolt, you going on more adventures. No
Yeah.
Dragons making more music. Of course, Noble being the best technical producer we've ever had and helping us with our podcast as he always does. And of course, I'm going to be going to a bunch of cons and just making everything super fun. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to 2022, man. It's
That's
going to
it,
be great.
man. That's it. So
That's it.
watch the space. Keep eyes peeled, and we look forward to seeing you at the next event. So now we basically, we are fast approaching this time of the year again. It's Christmas is coming, my dudes.
It is, yes. In about what, less than
Yeah,
oh,
About a
we
a
have
week.
week or
just
so?
yeah, right about a week.
About a
That's
week or
it.
so. 10
That's it.
days?
No, a week.
A week, yeah, okay. I was right. A week. Wow. It's already gonna be Christmas Eve. Oh my goodness.
I just want to point out there's also 14 shopping days left up until my birthday. So, y'all want to just give me a little New Year's Eve birthday surprise?
Oh, it's gonna be your birthday at the end of the month?
Oh yeah, the 31st. I'm a New Year's Eve baby.
Yo!
Oh, that's
Happy
fortunate.
birthday! That's cool, man. I honestly I didn't even know that. Wow.
Well,
Alright.
I always like to make the joke that everyone's like they throw this really big party to celebrate the end of my birthday.
Oh yeah, like New Year's Eve and shit. Yeah, of course.
Nah, they feel
Wow.
like, well, were you born in this year or were you born in that year?
Oh
For what?
yeah. Yeah, that's a good question, Jolt.
Yeah, your finger was splitting hairs.
Oh yeah. It was not that close. Unfortunately, I was born at like 1 in the morning on New Year's Eve, so there was still several hours to go.
Okay, yeah. So all right. So December 31st then. That's
Yeah.
Your
cool,
mother
dude.
must. Your mother must have had a very merry Christmas then.
Or
Uh,
a very happy New Year. When she woke up and she's like, "Oh, I had a baby." Wow.
That's over.
Oh, that's over. Now we have to look after all these years now.
Hey,
To
that's
celebrate every
awesome,
year.
man. Yo, happy freaking birthday. Congratulations on being alive.
yay, life.
Yes, indeed.
Live.
It's an amazing thing.
So for Christmas, what are you guys really expecting? Some prezzies, the usual Christmas parties.
Oh, I'll probably just go to my parents. I'm guessing. I am going to a work holiday party tomorrow, so that'll be fun. But outside of that, there's not any major parties for me.
Okay.
Yeah, bit by bit. And it's just
Yeah.
overall, from I guess I just want to say from my end, I get a Christmas party, and that's that's really it. But after all, after feeling so buggered at work, I think putting your feet up is probably the thing you need the most.
Yeah, I mean, like really just trying to get out
Or
of all
maybe
that
like
and
something
just
that's
be
not
chilling.
so intense, like low intensity social event. Just be it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Plus, I think I can get to look forward to having so much ham for days.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's delicious.
For some reason, it's now a tradition at my parents' house to not only have ham but also prime rib. So I'll get both.
Oh, you got me beat, man.
I don't
Oh
even know why
wow,
they. I don't even know why
prime rib.
why
Wait a
this
moment,
started. Huh?
prime rib? You say?
Yeah, I don't even know how it actually started. Like it just started like 1 year recently too, and we've had prime
Oh,
rib ever since. And I'm like, okay,
I mean that's a really yummy traditional like Christmas tradition.
it
Hell
is.
yeah, that's great.
Does anyone actually have Cornish hens?
No,
No, I've never had a Cornish hen either. I was just wondering.
I've never even heard of that. A
Really?
corn what?
I swear there's been like several like Christmas stories where they have Cornish hens in them.
No, dude, I've never had that before.
Joel, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not even familiar with any of that.
Huh.
Oh, this is weird. I swear I have a vivid memory of like watching movies and they had Cornish hens in it, but I've never had a
Okay.
Cornish hen myself.
Wow, yeah. Maybe it's like one of those like urban legend type of things. It's like you've heard about it, but like you never actually experienced it.
Yeah, they don't actually exist.
No, damn.
Nope. Well. Oh, hang on, Inu. What's this? It's like a baby chicken.
Hello?
Baby chicken, eh? I don't know. I know we do a lot of chicken, but yeah. All right. So with Christmas, hopefully, whatever it is, whatever comes through, you guys are gonna have a fantastic Christmas that's just completely unspoiled, unless you are one of these people who wish to spoil Christmas.
I'm going to sit there and enjoy my pasta meal that I have once a year.
Well, you only eat pasta once a year.
Yep. Well, nowadays, I probably have it for like 4 or 5 meals, depending on how much I can get out of the 2 kilos of mince that I buy. But, yay.
I mean,
Well, I put pasta on one of those things that my body doesn't seem to agree with very well, so I'm going to try to avoid it despite I really like it.
That's fair. I'm happy I don't have food allergies.
yeah, same. All right, live comment to one of our listeners. Hey, Luxray. So your birthday is next week. Are you a Christmas baby or? Because if you are, that is cause for celebration.
Oh, he wouldn't be one of those kids born on the year 2000, would he?
2020. No, well, they don't believe in the Y2K stuff.
2000. He was born in
No.
2001. Wow.
There were a bunch of kids reported to have been born on, it was either Christmas or New Year's Eve
Mhm.
day. So going forward, they'd be like 21 now. Not the kids that were conceived during the Y2K bug.
Oh yeah, when technology was going to fail and we were all going to die.
Technically, there was a fault because here in Australia, at least in Hobart, I was in a this place, and someone came in saying they got a court order to rock up at the Hobart courthouse in the year 1900.
Oh, jeez. I thought like planes were gonna fall out of the sky or something crazy like that. Oof, kabibbles.
Yeah, it was supposed to be
Anyway,
when all technology failed, and then we found
Yeah,
out.
it was supposed to be
Oh
something.
wait,
Yeah, exactly, like something like that. Like
then we
the
found out
fucking
that was a
planes
lie.
were gonna be crashing like out of the sky because like as soon as it became 2000, they were like, "Oh no,
I love
that's it,
Doomsday
game
sometimes.
over.
Well,
The stock market will crash. All that stupid crazy shit."
so do you want to know the reason that they thought this would all happen?
Yeah, I do. What's the reason?
So at the time, our technology was only advanced enough to go up to the year like the end of 2000, right? And
Oh shit, really? Okay.
we were gonna run out of bits, and so everything was going to fail because we ran out of bits. But then it just so happened that we had extra bits that year, so we were fine.
Oh
The issue
my
falls
goodness,
back
what
to
the heck?
Avera. The issue falls back to the way early computers would keep time. Instead of using a 4-digit code to display the year, it was only a 2-digit code.
Oh, so it was like binary.
Yep.
Oh, so they only
Now
use
there's
like
a
the
Unix.
0 1s. Okay. And then they thought that was gonna somehow like mess up all of the codes in like all the primary computers that run
Yep.
like basic shit.
You had idiots basically spreading, well,
The
stupid
the
stuff.
the fun fact is, as of 1990, we knew that we could go past the year 2000. So for
Yeah,
a
but
good solid 10
okay, then
years,
like why did the Y2K thing become a thing? Like why
because
did
there's
they think the world was gonna end? Like what the fuck?
because there was
Because
a whole bunch of people who didn't understand that technology had advanced far enough that we were not going to have a malfunction of data.
the,
Whoa!
the catch
What?
is, though, um, the Unix time does have a finite point, so there is some time, I think it's a few hundred years in the future, where any modern Unix computer or device that relies on time is going to go, fuck. Whereas, you know, early computers relied on only a 2-digit date code. As we got into I think it was like the mid to late 80s, the 90s, computers then basically kept up with a 4 date code. So it was only early computers that were affected, and some databases that weren't set up for a 4-digit year code. That's it.
Oh,
That's all right.
Okay, and
Oh
with
well, at
that
least there's
crazy,
no more this whole end of the world technology is gonna crash on us sort of hoopla floating
I
around.
know. When was the last end of the world thing? 2012, right?
Yeah, yeah, and now everybody's basically got one thing that's all on their mind nowadays.
I remember. I remember when everyone thought this was the end of the world back in 2020.
Ah, that takes me back. Wonder
The
why
good
say
old
that.
times of you better find someone to hunker down with because this is the end of the world.
if the Black Death couldn't wipe us out, what do people think that the SARS virus is going to do? I mean, yeesh.
I know. Ah well, just to wrap up this bit, way off track, but again,
Yep.
from us to you, to you, the Raiders family and our listeners, I wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and have all the food, have all the treats you could want, and celebrate what the occasion of Christmas is for and what it really means. Never forget that.
yeah.
So, moving on, sidetracking from all of our backtracking and of our seasonal stuff. a new movie is set to come out, and I know y'all are excited for this.
Hmm.
It's called The Bad Guys, and it's set to be made by Scream.
Yeah,
Now let's not
yeah,
let the
we're
shadow.
excited about
Let's.
this. Oh my good golly goodness, guys! Have you not seen what has been happening with this?
With the trailer, and especially now
Yeah,
that it's coming out.
it's incredible.
I have to admit, I do like the CGI they used in this. Oh, the animation.
Hmm.
It's different compared to what you normally see with Disney. But hey, it's DreamWorks, so they're going to do something different. Makes you wonder if they thought about this straight after Zootopia came out.
Um, maybe not. Like one of the comments in there says it's a book series that's been adapted to a movie. However,
Oh, okay.
however old that is, I'm not quite sure. I'm not familiar with any pre-existing book series where it came from. But yeah,
No, I was genuinely surprised. Like when this trailer dropped, I I've heard nothing about this. I didn't know anything about the production or like who's doing what. But when this finally did drop, I thought it was kind of freaking cool. The animation, like it looks like they really took their time to like make the animation look really good.
it's very stylistic. I will
It
say
is,
this.
yeah. It's almost like Zootopia esque
Quite like to a certain degree.
to a
Nothing against
certain
it.
degree. Yeah, like it's not like super there, but there's like a similarity at least. Like when it comes to like dedication of like the animators wanting to make this movie look really good, and so far it does.
It also looks like they didn't try to do that Disney crap they've been doing lately to just make movies really, really bad.
Yeah, yeah. Like I, you're right. I don't think that they're trying to do that. It looks actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Is, is anyone going to go see that at the cinema if it's open?
Well, that's
um,
set to come out April 22
I
next year.
probably will.
I will. Yeah,
I've
I
definitely been trying
probably will.
to
I'm
go
not
back
gonna
to
make like
seeing
a.
movies. Oh, sorry. I've been trying to go back to seeing movies in person just because
Hmm?
I don't know. There's something special about that movie magic of seeing it on the big screen that you can't
Hmm.
just get at home.
Yeah, I'm probably going to see it. Like if I can't see it in movie theaters, I'm probably just gonna like on Netflix or Hulu or whatever streaming services. But yeah, it really does look like something that I'd want to see. I don't know, man.
Yeah, and I think like what I gotta love about this again, like, is the artistic direction first and foremost. Like,
Mm.
like they've merged humans and and anthropomorphics in the same world.
Kind of wish
They,
they did
they
the same thing with the Sonic movie, to be honest.
right, right.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, even the Sonic cartoon has like humans and and the Sonic characters coexisting.
Speaking of Sonic, I do think the how people are remixing the like the trailer that had Knuckles in it, is pretty funny.
What with?
Huh?
Not with the Idris Elba voices, or
Yeah, with just a bunch of different voices and they're making him say different things. It's kind of funny.
No, you knew it doesn't.
Um, does this movie look woke like with everything else that's happened since 2010? I don't much have. I don't have an awful lot of information about the plotline yet. They've only released the trailer, and they've only given like a very, very, a plotline to work with from from these guys who basically have done heists and criminal stuff. Have this, they have this dilemma, and they decide they want to go good.
Hmm.
It doesn't look woke like you'd expect some of the Marvel movies have gotten lately. It appears to have gone maybe what you'd enjoy in the 90s, at least from what we can tell from the ad, or I've been able to tell from the ad.
Yeah. Good point.
It's something you just don't see these days where you have a movie or a TV show where it's just to have fun. I mean, it's like Doctor Who, what they did recently just literally crashed the show. So it's nice to see something where they're focusing primarily on the story and not trying to jam some like brainwashing shit down your throat.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Yeah.
have a read at the about section on this movie so far. Like the scan, again, plot details are scant, but overall, Oh wait, it's based. This thing is based on the New York Times best-selling book series. So
Hmm.
yeah, maybe it might have preceded Zootopia. Not sure. I'll have to have a look and see.
A best-selling book series, but
The New
none
York
of us have
Times.
heard of it.
New
None of
York.
us have heard about this.
Honestly, yeah. If you don't know anything from the New York Times, then yeah, shows how credible they really are in the first place.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I didn't even know about this until Avira like sent me the article, and I'm like, oh, okay.
This group kind of looks like the Furious Five in Kung Fu Panda.
Oh yeah, that's
You're
an
not wrong,
interesting
because
perspective to have.
The Bad Guys is directed by Pierre Perifel, animator of Kung Fu Panda films. Might be
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah. Okay. Oh jeez.
That
It's come
probably
full circle, my friend.
that explains a lot.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, that movie series was great. At least like the first two. Was it the first two or three movies that were good?
Well, I think haven't they only had 3 official movies?
I
Yeah,
think
they've also had a couple of
the
TV
first one
shows.
was classic, and the second one was pretty good sequel.
I thought the third one was fine. It was just it felt like the plot line fell flat like halfway through the plot.
Okay.
For Kung Fu Panda 3, I was just like, yeah, I don't know about this.
Yeah. It was kind of like a cash grab at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost like they had finished the series and then they're like, all right, we need to make at least one more Kung Fu Panda thing.
Oh man.
Because I thought the series for Kung Fu Panda was actually really good too.
Yeah.
this one though, do you think that something like this would have the potential to either be continued as a film, as a series done in movies, or like a TV series, which hopefully Netflix doesn't get their grubby hands on?
One can only hope. I hope.
I mean, maybe.
It'd be nice to see
Zootopia.
what-
Zootopia is going to be a series, so I guess anything's possible, right?
That's true.
Hmm.
And speaking
Maybe.
of other DreamWorks stuff, How to Train Your Dragon got a TV series out of it.
I feel like DreamWorks doesn't make movies to make movies. They make movies so that they can get people enwrapped in it, and then they make a TV series about it.
Well, isn't that the best way to make money?
I mean, yeah, I feel like it's a very like Disney-esque approach. Like Disney used to do it all the time in the '90s, and then stopped doing it.
Yeah, you've got things like the 1999 Mulan movie, and then you got the Mulan 2, which I need a brick wall. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this one actually plays out, because it would be nice maybe to get like a sequel or a small TV show, but I don't think milking it for everything, unless of course the book series has a pretty detailed storyline they can run through with.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I have literally never even heard about this book series until today. So it's not that best selling now, is it?
Let's have a quick search on that, shall we? I've got this popped up right here, right now. The Bad Guys books.
Oh, 12 box set.
Oh,
A
there's
12
quite
book set.
few.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Are they like
there's-
books tailored to kids though? That might be the reason I've never heard of them. But
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Bad Guys episode 1 to 10 box set. The ooh. Yeah, it's a book set.
Well, they definitely gave the shark a lot more weight in the movie. Sorry, I had to.
I mean, I think I'm very satisfied with the sense of scale that's in the characters, the sizes and so forth, because using humans as a reference point, and and with how stylistic the whole thing is. Yeah, like I mean, I get it. It's not Zootopia, because Zootopia is somewhat more true to life, because you've got the giant animal, you got the big rhinos and so forth, and the rodents. So, what do you think? Like the scaling actually works for all intents and purposes, right?
Yeah, so far it looks good. I'll say that. I'll say that. It looks like it's going to be a good movie.
and
I mean,
hopefully it is. I wouldn't
they
mind
go-
this be turning into a series.
if they go down, if it plays out similar to the way Kung Fu Panda had, then I honestly don't see what should be wrong with this movie. I mean, as long as the book series was actually, well, it looks like the book series was popular.
Yeah. And I think if they stay true to the source, somewhat to the source material and the inspiration in which they got it from, I think we've not got much to worry about. But yes, again, being DreamWorks being what they are, I think, you can be pretty confident in that. They'll do something bang up about it. But again, all things considered, yeah. Who's hyped for the movie?
I'm hyped. I mean, I'm just hyped that they're making something relatively new and not doing another remake of a film that was in the 80s. So that is my whole being excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to watch the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh gosh. Have we at least confirmed if Danny DeVito is going to be Mario or not? Like,
Chris Pratt.
can Danny DeVito have a part in it at least?
I don't know. Should probably get the Mario voice from the games to do that, if anything else. But no. Yeah. But you know what? Though? I think there's a lot to look forward to in movies like these as well, right? Because you got the Sonic movie coming out next year. You've got
with
this
Knuckles.
and Tails.
And no one cares about Tails, all right? Everyone's hyped about Knuckles, all right? Tails is like the sidekick that was really cool when he was first introduced, and then everyone now hates him.
Sonic! Sonic! Shut up, Tails! I love that. Was it 1993 when that movie came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sonic, all good stuff. All right, so got one more thing to round out the show with, and this is a bit of a cluster of a mess.
Yay,
So,
one terrible thing.
yeah. Before we do get to that, though, some other little live comments. Inu, I don't think I've ever seen anything horrible from DreamWorks. My favorite being Over the Hedge.
Sammy the Squirrel.
But does make a testament that DreamWorks generally does have a good track record. Having exciting movies and quality animation. There's that. Another one, Jay Silverwolf, does make me wonder, when will Shadow make an appearance in Sonic? Oh, I don't know. Good question.
I hope they leave that for the third movie.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't know. Is Amy Rose going to be in this one? Because if not, I feel like they have to do Metal Sonic before they do Shadow, right?
Yeah, actually, that would make more sense. Metal Sonic and then Shadow.
Work your way back chronologically and everything, and all the dots will connect, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And again, with all the other side characters bit by bit, and then, you basically recreated the history of Sonic and the characters in movie form, in live action movie form, I should say.
Can you imagine the movie that they put Big the Cat in, though?
Oh boy.
I don't know why, but I could see John Goodman playing Big the Cat.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah,
Let's start a petition. John Goodman for Big the Cat. Let's go.
Petition.org.
That's it. All right. So now this article, this next story, is going to be quite. What the heck is happening here? Let's have a look. Report: Minnesota teacher tells students about her threesomes, furry fetish, and more.
What? What?
Right.
I just want to say this, but in general, adult conversations with children, no. Just no. You don't want to fuck them up in the head. And
it's just so inappropriate. It's so inappropriate to do that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Go on.
Like if they graduate and then they come back to talk to you, maybe then you can have a conversation. But I don't know. I don't think I've ever wanted to know what my teachers' personal lives were like.
Yeah. Yeah, the headline, the blurb says this: Minnesota teacher reportedly tells students details about her three-way sexual relationship, quote unquote, and how she identifies as a furry, which is a person who derives pleasure from dressing up as an animal. Ugh.
not always. It can be fun, not sexually arousing. I mean, shit.
No, warning: the contents of this article are disturbing.
No
Wait,
shit,
wait,
Sherlock.
go back up to the fursuit.
Right, they've used the fursuit
Oh
with some
my
very
gosh,
popular.
no! Not that fursuit's terrible. It's so disturbing. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, yeah, of some really, really, really popular people in the community, I should say.
Look, as a furry, I'm going to say this. It is deeply disturbing that I find someone decided this was acceptable conversation to have with students of their class.
Yeah, I don't know. People are messed up. There's just some things you don't like talk about when you're a teacher, especially to your students.
Right, you know, especially not, bragging about your private, what you do in private and so on and so forth. Like, like,
I will say this. If the material is safe for work, if the persona is safe for work, and if the school and the parents are comfortable with a teacher bringing their persona into the classroom occasionally, not all the time, occasionally, then yes, that would be acceptable. This, however, no,
no, I have
I,
no words,
yeah, it
and
just,
I think part of me basically means that we have to raise the education system in the United States and how teachers and so forth you know get their
what's
qualifications.
appropriate conversations for
Yes,
students? I mean, that shouldn't have to be a class.
yes,
I mean, there are clear lines that you don't cross, and this person not only crossed it, they burned the line so that it's like, oh, I didn't cross a line. What are you talking about?
Dragons. They
What?
used napalm.
Oh my
They
gosh.
didn't burn it. They used napalm.
okay.
They called in an airstrike on the line.
Nope. All right, we're gonna continue on with this story. So just this is what the writers describe this as story. A furry is a person who derives pleasure from dressing up as an anthropomorphical animal. Furries often have sex with one another, dressed as their animal personas. The teacher in the Olden Conger Public School District, who reportedly discusses her furry identity in class, has also shared the details of her sexual life, a freeway sexual relationship with a husband and a lesbian companion, and discussed incest in an improving way for students whose ages range from 14 to 16.
I
Oh,
I still feel like you're a teacher and they're your students. You just don't have this conversation with them.
if those kids are not legally adults, this is not a conversation that she should have with anyone that age group. Yeah. Okay, so what makes this even more worse?
That we have the fact that we have a degenerate teacher, the writing of all of, how this article was presented,
What's
how article presents furries, or is it just,
what's that about? Child Protection Liaison
Child Protection League?
League.
Mm-hmm. A non-profit dedicated to protecting children from exploitation, indoctrination, and violence. And you
Those
know,
people are going to be run off their feet at the moment. At least for the last couple of years. I mean, damn.
yes. And I think just as an overall, I won't show you the rest unless you really, really want to. I won't show you the rest of what's in this article. But what I do have to say to you is that that there is disturbing content, and the fact that teachers like these who manage to slip through, getting into these positions in education and influencing, children and teenagers at to this level is saying something.
Look, there are some really nasty things that can occur due to, well, this kind of early intervention.
Right.
It's putting it in a nice way. But I've heard of enough stories that just No, this type of thing is not acceptable under any circumstances. I don't care if you're transgender, I don't care if you're gay, I don't care what, but this type of thing is not acceptable. You don't talk. There's sex education, which is one thing, but that is a completely separate thing. Eesh.
Yeah, I don't know. This does not pass the vibe check. That's all I'm saying.
It's embarrassing that they're a furry. Fursuit at a boot. I mean, shit.
Of course, the person who wrote the article obviously already has their predispositioned notions about the furry fandom as well, just making the article even worse. As if it wasn't bad enough.
That would be so. Well, now I have my reservations. And I've made a scan for about through the site Alpha News, and this is. Let's just quickly have a look at the about page. Alpha News is a team of independent journalists seeking out and reporting stories that the citizens of Minnesota deserve to know. The same stories that the mainstream media refuse to report and routinely disregard.
Good. This is something that should get out.
I mean,
yes.
yeah.
I mean, it was good to have, to show a teacher that's that's basically, indoctrinating children with such degenerative content.
I absolutely agree. Also, though, there needs to be more independent news sources. I agree.
Right, because imagine if this was, let's imagine for a sec. Let's imagine if this was, the mainstream American news like CNN and MSNBC's.
Oh no, it would have been buried because it would have offended their political allies.
Right, and they would basically just say they would basically wax a bit more lyrical about, I guess, yeah. God forbid furrydom. If not that, then what this teacher's doing. But again, this person just basically took the stereotype of what furry is about and just ran with it.
Yeah, I mean, the person could have done like a little more in depth about the fandom. It's great they are reporting this news article though, because I'm sure mainstream media wouldn't have mentioned anything about it.
Exactly. And but again, yeah, could have chosen all that, others, better stuff, and probably, yeah, better photos and stuff.
I mean, I think the article would have been perfectly fine if it had just mentioned that the teacher was talking about inappropriate stuff to the children. I don't know if furry needed to be part of it.
Whether it's wherever it was part of it is just wherever it was part of it. But the fact of the matter is, explaining it in such a manner,
Personally, I don't like how furries were described specifically in that article.
Exactly. Derives pleasure from dressing up as an anthropomorphic animal.
There are some fursuits where I agree with that statement, but there are a shit ton of others that literally don't. And if I end up becoming a fursuit maker, it is going to be somewhat uncomfortable if I make one specifically for sex acts.
Mm-hmm. Right. And again, like live comment just to wrap this thing up. They are coming for your children.
Not just the San Francisco Gay Men's Choir, I'm guessing.
No, but the people who are in education, like a million things are not quite right with the education systems and such. So yes.
Do you know how you stop
Basically,
a
if you
building?
do have children, straight up advice: get it, withdraw them from your schools and just homeschool.
There is a saying we're going to have to use here, but buildings generally don't fall over when they have a strong foundation.
Hmm.
Built upon a strong foundation, sorry.
Currently, right now, what we have is something that's showing all the cracks.
What I can't comprehend is how mathematics courses can talk about nothing but racism and not actually
Yeah,
teach maths. I'm sorry, I just
you know
cannot
that. You
understand.
know, hmm Yes.
But I, personally, I
It's-
think this teacher needs to be fired and never hired again for
mhm.
anything dealing with minors.
Yeah,
I feel like this teacher needs locked away.
exactly.
Well, we
I'm
don't
with you.
specifically know exactly how detailed they went into, and personally, I don't know. But I do believe those children should also receive free counseling.
Yes.
Yeah. Hmm. All right. So I guess that's what we've got for the week, and ultimately for this season of the Raiders Rambles throughout all of 2021. It's been quite a wild ride, hasn't it, guys?
It's been
Yeah,
it's been so wild that Six Flags might take it and make a roller coaster out of it.
Well, it's called life.
I wonder what shit canning's going to happen next year. I want to see it!
You know, we'll be on top of it. You know.
Personally, I'd love to see another thing like the maps that kicked off during 2021. that was that was bad. I love people sometimes and their stupid ideas.
All right. So, have you got any closing statements to say, not just about this week, but about just about 2021 all up?
I want to see another dumpster fire at Christmas.
I think I think your wish might be granted soon. Just wait for a news outlet to freaking write a trash article about why Christmas is garbage.
No, no.
That's what
What I mean is on Christmas on Second Life, I went to a few different parties, and it was just basically a dumpster fire, a dumpster on fire with the words 2020 written on it.
hmm
I hope they have that for this year again.
Well,
Well, for me, 2021's behind. 2022, looking forward to it. Hopefully, I actually keep myself accountable and actually do the personal projects I want to do. So, we'll see on that.
it's gonna be that's the real challenge. And
Yeah.
again, to all of you guys, I just want to say to you, thank you all for being on this wild ride with us. It's always a pleasure to continue to produce this for you, and your continuous listening just keeps us going. Is really what it is, and I want to say. And I go into I myself and we the Furry Raiders go into 2022 with just just with looking for looking forward, just pushing forward, optimism, because you know it is very important. I just want to say to have hope, because without it, what what's what is really there for you if you don't have it? And so I just want to conclude, season 5 will be coming. You can expect, you bet your ass that you can expect more of us, more Raiders Rambles, more crazy, and life is just it's just getting started, isn't it? It's not. It's far from done. This crazy ride we're on. So, where to now? Our episodes are always available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and more platforms just further down the line. And with that, I declare season 4, aka 2021 season of the Raiders Rambles, to a close. And this is us signing off for the week, for the year. Farewell, and until next time in 2022.
We all shoot through before the washing up. Hey!
Bye.